All right, so I thought I'd make this video pretty simple, but yet informative, because I get a lot of questions when I say I'm a fireman, especially with the younger crowd, somewhere between 18 to 30 years old. They got a lot of questions about being a fireman. So today we're going to answer the most popular questions that I get most of the time when I tell people I'm a fireman. Starting off with the easy and going to a little bit harder. First off, how do I get hired on at any said fire department? Well, most of them have an application process, usually online nowadays because everything's online. So you fill out an application online, you get some kind of PT test. Ours is like a 1.5-mile run and a little obstacle course afterwards in a certain amount of time. It's not extremely strenuous, but it is a little strenuous because we want to see where you are as far as physical fitness goes. And that's how you get a job. You'll go through an interview process and orientation and all this stuff, and you may or may not get hired. Boom. You get hired, you go to the academy. It's usually 12, 13 weeks, depending on where you go, and you become a fireman. So that's one of the easier questions. Question number 2 is, do you really stay the night at the fire department for 48 hours away from your family? The answer to that is yes. And this is how we live there for 24 hours at a time, or 48 hours in my case. There's 3 doors because there's 3 personnel on shift, a captain, lieutenant, and firefighter. This is the captain's pod, my pod. This is my actual setup. That's my linens and all that stuff. ABC shift because there's 3 shifts. Lock and key. Your buddy will steal your doggone toothpaste and deodorant stuff if you don't lock it up. And we also have 3 refrigerators, ABC shift. Also under lock and key because, again, your buddy will come in there and steal your milk, eggs, and ketchup. Then we have 3 pantries, A, B, and C shift. Do I have to keep mentioning it? Lock and key, buddy will steal. So the way that works is staying here for 48 hours. We come in one morning, say Monday morning, 7 a.m. We get off Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Stay 48 hours. We sleep in. That is my actual pod. I'm in the captain's pod. Like I said before, we have 3 pods for captain, lieutenant, firefighters. Each department is different. So it might be, engineer or a lieutenant, whatever. However they work out their fire department. But yes, we do stay here away from our families for 48 hours. So when the police department says, oh, y'all get to sleep and get paid. Well, yeah, but we stay at our station for 24 hours for a 48-hour, 2 24-hour, 48-hour shift. Whereas you only work 12 hours, so you get to go home, sleep in your own bed. Question number 3, is the turnout gear really that heavy? Yes. So yes, when you put on all this gear with a pack and all that stuff, depending on what you carry in your pockets and how much your pack weighs, whether you got a steel bottle or this kind of bottle, whatever kind of bottle that is, your gear could weigh upwards of 50, 60 pounds. So your body weight plus 50, 60 pounds, plus it's hot. It's summertime here in Mississippi. It's 100,000 degrees outside. It's hot. Okay, and we don't want to have to put on this stuff. So y'all please be safe out there and don't make us have to put this stuff on. But anyway, yes, it is heavy. And the last question for today, and I might have to do a part 2 of this, but the last question for today is going to be, do firemen make good money? So let me just start out with this before I answer that question. You don't do this job for the money. You do it because you love the job. Because see, it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle. I gotta go. Y'all have a good one. But the pay is not really good. We don't do it for the money. My department in particular starts out at about $42,000 to $47,000. Y'all have a good one. Gotta go.